Hey everybody, it's Joe from Papa Jobo's, and today we're going to be talking about this awesome TV series called Better Call Saul. It's one of the best TV series I've ever seen, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to talk about a few spoilers here, and I'm going to tell you why this is one of the best series ever made. The first thing that it does well is it captures you in the first season. It's a story about how, Saul Goodman right there becomes who he is. And when it starts out, that's not who he really is. His name's Jimmy McGill. But the first season's good. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I loved a lot about it, especially the acting. Watching Bob Odenkirk's fantastic. And McKeon, who plays Chuck, his brother, is really good as well. Something that they do really well in this show is they actually make a great character. And I've done a lot of videos on great characters and how much I hate him. But Saul Goodman, Bob Odenkirk plays him wonderfully. And he is a true great character. You find yourself actually rooting for this guy in all his endeavors because he's kind of a down on his luck guy who also can't say no to a little bit of a hustle. Not an all-out horrible, immoral, gosh awful crime. Just a little bit of a hustle. He can't say no to it. It's kind of like he's got a little addiction. Season 1, I'm not going to tell you too much about it. You can go watch it. It's really great stuff. It really sets the stage for who he is. Season 2, I didn't give that great of a score because it was really slow and it was kind of hard for me to get through. I give it about a 6 out of 10 in terms of just rewatchability. It's not something I'm going to watch again. They would have entire scenes where they would show people doing tedious things like brushing their teeth or painting something, and they would go on and on and on and on with it. There's a storyline in there about him and Chuck and their interaction and how Chuck is jealous of him and he's jealous of Chuck, and it's really good stuff. But the story should have ended between them on season 2, and it really should have been rushed there, I think. It really dragged on through season 3. Chuck dies at the end of season 3 finally, and then the show just gets awesome. I gave season 3 another 8 out of 10. Really liked it, kept me interested. But season 4, 10 out of 10. Season 5, 10 out of 10. Season 6 just looks even better. The acting is wonderful. From Jonathan Banks to Kim Wexler, who is what's her name? I'm going to look her up real quick for you guys because I can't remember it. Rhea Seehorn. Yeah, she was awesome. I absolutely loved watching her. She is awesome, but I think she's going to die. I think she's marked for death, and it's a huge part of how Saul becomes, where he's at. He's every time they open a season, they show Saul in a place in Oklahoma, deep undercover, where is his buddy, or not his buddy, but a guy he paid to make him disappear, put him. But at the beginning of season 6, he gets discovered by, I believe it's at the end of season 5. He gets discovered by someone who recognizes him, and he's going to run again, but he doesn't. I don't know. That storyline just sounds awesome. You've got some really wonderful actors who are playing the cartel and the mafia. You got Gustavo's back in it. Yeah, obviously, you got Jonathan Banks. Just some really, really good storytelling and some wonderful character actors. I love this show. It hits the nail on every head for me. I love watching Saul get himself into trouble and then get himself out of trouble. There's in a lot of shows, they can't walk a fine line with their characters. They can't make them be those true great characters that we talk about. But here they do it, and they do it better than any other show I've seen in a long time, maybe even ever. It's right up there with Breaking Bad, depending on how it ends for me. And I hope that, and also they don't put any woke stuff in it. I haven't found any. Maybe there might be one scene where you could argue for it, but I just don't see it. It's really good stuff. Well, I guess I kind of see how someone could argue it. I'll say that. However, it's just, other than that, it's just not in there. It's just good, solid storytelling about characters that you really start to care about who you don't think you're going to care about because you think, man, they're scumbags. Kim Wexler's story is a little boring. It's getting much better in season 5, and I can't wait to see what happens with her in season 6. Jonathan Banks, we know what happens with him in Breaking Bad, but it's interesting to watch his story. He's a complete scumbag in every way. I know that some people might argue with me on that, but that dude's a scumbag. He got his son killed. He's getting upset with his granddaughter that one time. He's killing people who are really good people. He killed, what was his name, Sven? I don't know, the German guy. He killed him, shot him in the back of the head. It was awful. And he showed his true colors. He's going to sell out for money. And, you know, you could argue he's doing it for his family, but I don't think that. He's just, to me, he's just kind of a self-hating scumbag who's going to go out there and shut anybody down that he feels like. Gustavo's in it. He plays, you know, he's played by, what's his name? Giancarlo Esposito, who's just a really good actor, plays that character wonderfully to a T. I can't wait to see where this goes after seeing how they ended season 5 with, what's his face? Lalo Salamanca, played by Tony Dalton, coming right back to, I think, get Saul, and he's probably going to be the one that kills Kim, in my opinion. I don't know. They like to throw some wrenches in there, and they're good wrenches. There's no subversion in a way that makes you go, oh, I'm a horrible person. I shouldn't be watching this because somebody had a political message they need to give me. But tell me what you think about it in the comments, or don't. I don't really care. This show is awesome. I recommend it to just about anybody, and there's no real smut in it at all. In fact, I can't really think of any smut in it. It's just a really, really good show. You should watch it. I give it a total, even with my lower scores in the earlier seasons, I give it a total of 9 out of 10. That's how good 4 and 5 are, and 6 is shaping up to be. I've only seen one episode on 6 because I can't find it free anywhere else, and I don't pirate. Sorry. But anyway, tell me what you think about it in the comments. Great show. I love it, and I'll continue to watch it as long as it's on air, even though I know they're saying this is the last season. That sucks. Anyway, I'm Joe from Papa Joe Bo's. Peace.